Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to a tutorial for how to host a server in Unturned. A lot of people have been asking us how we host our server and how people are able to join our server and also how to join a server. So hopefully I'll be able to answer all of those questions in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. We're at the desktop right now, and the first thing you're going to want to do is find out your internal IP address as well as your default gateway, which you will need in order to port forward, which is necessary to host a server. So the first thing we'll do is open our start menu, type cmd, and that opens up our command prompt. So once we have this open, we will type ipconfig, and that'll bring up a whole list of stuff. Now, most of this stuff is not important to you. The only thing that really matters is up here, under Ethernet adapter local area connection. It might be called something different for you. It might have a different name for you, I should say, but it's whatever your internet is, whatever's providing your actual internet, not something else like Hamachi, which is the thing I have down there. So under that, you'll see IPv4 address and default gateway. So you'll need both of these, and you'll want to either write them down or just leave this window open for later. And once you have those, you can go ahead and minimize that. And we're going to open up our web browser, which I am using Google because I like Google. And up here at the search bar, you're going to type in your default gateway that you just found. So for me, I type that in, and it brings me here to a login page. Now this is the login for my router, and for you it might look different. If you have to log in, the default, if you haven't set a username and password, will either be blank for both of these, or in my case, the default username is admin, and the default password is password. I guess it's possible that those might be different, but you're going to need to figure those out. And once you do, you'll be here at your router settings page. And this will also vary depending on the router you have. For me, I go to advanced, and then the first option is port forwarding. It shouldn't be too hard to find the port forwarding option. It should be there somewhere. Once you do, first you'll want to enable it if there's a setting that you have to check to enable. Go ahead and do that first. And then you'll be here, and for me I have all this list of, I have all these things that I've port forwarded before. So if you haven't, it'll be blank, and you'll just go to add service, and then the service name, which I will select other, and then I will put in Unturned. This doesn't actually matter. You can name it whatever you want. And then service type TCP/UDP, you can go ahead and leave it at that. And then the service IP address, this is the internal IP address that you just found, the one that we just found here. You're going to go ahead and enter that right here. So for me, it is that, that, and that. So you enter that, then you have your start port and end port. Now this is the port that you're using for Unturned, which is 25444, and the end port is also the same, 25444. You'll enter that number for start port and end port. So once you've entered all of this stuff, you can go ahead and click save, and it'll give me an error message because I already have Unturned port forwarded, and you can't have a duplicate of it, so it just gives me this error, which is fine. But after you click save, it'll bring you back here, and then you'll have this basically right here. Unturned, TCP/UDP 25444 for start and end port, server IP, which is your internal IP address. That'll all be right there. So once you've entered that, and this is enabled, you can go ahead and close your port forwarding, or your router settings page, I should say. You can just close that. And now the next thing you need to know is your external IP address, which is different from your internal IP address. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that they have to have the internal IP address to join a server, where it's really the external is what you want. So you can just go to this site, whatismyip.com. It'll be in the video description as well. So you go here, and it'll tell you your external IP address right up here. And this is what you'll give to other people that you want to join your server. Now, if you're hosting a public server, then what we just did will be enough for the server to show up on the list of servers and for people to join it publicly. So you won't need this if you're just having random people join. But with the way the servers are right now, they aren't showing up publicly because the dev changed things a little bit. So now he's trying to decide what to do with the servers. So if you want people to join your server now, they have to have this external IP address. And even if the servers are up there on the list, if you want it to be private and you only want your friends to join, then this is one way to do it, is to just give them your external IP address and then they can join by entering it. So that's how you find that. And now, once you have all of that information and you've port forwarded it, you can go ahead and play the game, and your server should work when you actually host a server. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the game now, and I will have my friend join, Bagel, and then after he joins, he will also demonstrate how to join a server in case you don't know how to do that. So see you in a bit. Now we're in the game, and I'm joined by Bagel now.
Hey.
Hey. So we just go to play, and we go to host. And here is our options for hosting a server. We can turn PvP on or off, sync on or off, difficulty, all that stuff. You can set a password. I'm going to leave the settings as they are for now, and I will go click host.
Alright. Connecting.
And here I am in the game.
See you running away from a zombie.
And there's Bagel.
Two zombies.
You might want to... I can take care of him. I can just poke him. Poke.
You got him.
Poke. Okay. So, as you can see, he was able to join. He used my external IP address to join, correct? That's what you did?
Yep.
As you will demonstrate in a moment. And yeah, it works. Now, if the servers were being listed on the server list, people would be able to join publicly, but since they aren't, this is the only way to join for now. So keep that in mind. And now we will show you how to join a server from his perspective. So yeah.
Alright, so now we're on my side. So we're just gonna quickly show how you jump into a game. So just click play, and if the servers were up, there'd be like a server list option there, but since they aren't, we're just gonna go to connect, and I have the IP and everything kind of blocked out, but yeah, so you just go here, enter in the IP, and if there's a password and port and all that kind of stuff, so you have to, whoever's hosting, you'll have to find that from them, and you just hit connect, and there you go. And
you're in. Keep in mind, the port is always the same. It should be 25444, because that's the port for the game.
Okay.
But
I don't know anything about hosting servers, so...
It's fine. But again, like he said, the IP address will be whatever their external IP address is that they'll have to tell you. So
yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you do it.
Yep. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Go check out Marbrinus' channel. Thank him for making the tutorial. And yeah. See you guys next time.